Hello and welcome. My name is Catherine Varga, and thank you for joining me to learn more about SoulChild Healing and my new book, The SoulChild Within. Today, I would like to share with you how your soul child can assist you in the area of relationships. There are 10 life skills necessary for your successful mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual development. From the time you're in the womb until you're 19 years old, the soul child part of your soul emerges on a spiritual level to assist you in mastering the 10 key life skills. One of those life skills is relationships. Did you know that the soul child life skill of relationships first appears when you're 2 years old, and then again at 12? In these years, you are developing expertise in relationships, and you become very conscious of the love connection between others, especially between parents and couples. When fear and anger become a part of your personal beliefs, it also affects your behavior. Your connection to your soul child can be blocked. When this happens, your behavior becomes driven by your need to feel safe emotionally. You can create all kinds of stories and limiting beliefs to reinforce that you are not good enough and that people are not to be trusted, and your behavior will show it. If this is not balanced with positive experiences by the age of 12, you will recreate these patterns of emotionally unsafe relationships as an adult. Now let's look how a limiting belief of not being good enough can affect your intimate relationships. I've noticed that we experience two major kinds of relationships through our parents. The first and foremost is your relationship with them as a child and their role as your parents. The second relationship is how they relate to each other as husband and wife. This is the relationship you are not part of. However, at 2 years old, it is your first experience witnessing what intimate, loving relationships are like between two romantically connected people. As your first role relationship model, your parents have a powerful influence on how you decide to give and receive love. As you witness their relationship, you begin to form your belief of what an intimate relationship looks like. You were observing who received all the attention and gave what seemed like little emotional support in return. Was the relationship one of mutual respect, love, affection, and friendship? Who tied their happiness to the happiness of others, self-sacrificing to please and placate the other partner for approval? And were there expressions of unconditional love, support, and open communication? There's a good chance that you've become more like one of your parents than the other. Are you the overgiver or the overtaker in your closest personal relationships? Do you find you attract 80-20 relationships? The ones where you do 80% of all of the giving to ensure everybody is happy at your own personal expense and only receive 20% back emotionally? Or do you find yourself pleasing and placating your partner, always trying to fix and change things to make them happy? The truth for you is that when they're happy, you can relax. The overgiver can attract demanding, controlling, or needy partners because they remind them of somebody they loved, like a parent. And they believe they can fix or change them. The overgiver is extremely capable, juggling multiple tasks, problem-solving, reliable, street-smart, and always extending themselves to be loved, valued, and appreciated. Their motto is, if you're happy, then I'm happy. The truth is that the overgiver is not happy. Instead, they're relieved that the stress has diminished temporarily. They're never really happy. They're driven to try to be good enough, to do the right thing, to be selfless in the name of love and duty. When your happiness is dependent on the happiness of another, this is a sign of codependency. That's a lot of power to give another person, and somebody taught you that. The truth is that everyone is responsible for creating their own happiness, and they get to share that with others. When you have a healthy experience with a reasonable amount of support and a good example of a loving relationship, between mother and father, or the people who you were the greatest influence growing up. You continue to develop positive attitudes and openness as you develop your own belief about what close personal relationships are about. When you don't have that, and you discover when you lost your power and why, working with your soul child will bring you back to your natural state of being. This opens your ability to trust and to love. In my next video, I will talk about the specific ages affecting health and well-being, and how the soul child can improve your health and well-being physically, mentally, and emotionally. I look forward to seeing you then. Namaste.